This module will demonstrate how to install Java and jGRASP to Windows 11 using the zip file formats. The first thing we'll want to do is create an easy-to-locate folder to store all of our installed files. I'm going to recommend creating this new folder in your primary hard drive's directory. For me, that's the C drive. So I'm going to go over to Explorer, click on this PC, double-click the C drive, and to create the new folder, I'm going to right-click, hit New, Folder, and I'm going to name it Java Install, and then click away, and your folder is created. Next up, we're going to want to get the correct Java development kit. In my experience, the easiest way to access the Java development kit is to just do a search in your browser. So I'm going to go Java JDK. That is the Java development kit, and it should be the very first item that you see on the results. And we are going to want the most recent available version as of July 20th, 2022. That is Java 18. And we are working on a Windows computer, so we'll want to make sure to go over there. Now, before I download anything, I will want to double check my browser settings to make sure that I have control as to where my downloads actually go. So let's assume that we're all working in the Brave browser. So I'm going to go to the menu in the upper right-hand corner, and then to Settings. And then on the left sidebar, there is a section for downloads. And I do indeed have the option turned on to ask where to save each file before downloading, because, well, when I do my download, I'm going to want it to go into the folder that I just created a moment ago. Okay, now, you have 3 possible files here. Now, for the purposes of this demonstration, we'll say IT has our installers blocked, so the only thing that we can use is the compressed archive, which is the zip version. So I'll go ahead and click on that. And it does ask me where I want to save it, so I'm going to navigate over to my Java install folder and go ahead and hit save. Next up, I'm going to show you how to extract the files that we just downloaded. A lot of people have trouble with what exactly that means, so I downloaded a zip folder, also known as a compressed folder, and what that means is that the files take up less space, although they are not usable yet. So now I'm going to go ahead and trade that in and extract them or decompress them and make the files actually usable. So we right-click on the folder and then extract all. You can choose where these go. I'm going to go ahead and just put them right here in my install folder. So we hit extract, give it a moment to let it do its thing. And extract it, and it opens up the extracted subfolder for you. So now here are the full subfolders and files for the JDK. Okay, so now I'm going to essentially repeat the process for the jGRASP editor. So I'll go into my browser. I don't need to be on the Oracle website anymore, so I will search jGRASP. First result that comes up is the official jGRASP homepage. And oddly enough, there are 2 places right on the screen to download. You could choose the left or the right. I will go with the right. Takes us to the download page. I never fill out this user information. Again, we'll go with the most recent version. I'll go with this guy right here. And once again, the executables, for the sake of the training, are blocked. So once again, we'll use the zip. Even though it says Unix and Linux, we're using Windows. That's okay. We want to make sure that it goes into the same Java install folder. Once it downloads, I'm going to locate it. jGRASP. right-click, extract all, extract them in this folder. Let it extract. And done. And now jGRASP is downloaded and extracted. Now, once you finish this installation, you're not going to want to have to do navigation in order to run jGRASP every single time. So let us go ahead and create a desktop shortcut. So we're going to navigate into our unzipped jGRASP folder, the one that does not have the zipper overlaid on it. We'll go into bin, and then I'm going to click the jGRASP application just once, and then right-click, show more options, and create shortcut. Let's create the shortcut directly in this folder, which I don't actually want, so I'm just going to click and drag it onto my desktop. Now, my desktop is set on the other screen, I believe. And here is where it ended up. And just to show that it actually does work, I will go ahead and double click it. And the application will open up. All right, so next we are going to set up jGRASP so that it utilizes the JDK that we had downloaded. So I'm going to go into the settings menu, select Path Class Path. Only thing you can choose is Workspace. And staying in the Paths tab, I'm going to add a new path. Going to Browse and locate our Java install file folder into JDK. And here we are just going to highlight the bin folder, select Choose, OK, apply, OK. Okay, well now I want to make sure that jGRASP actually recognizes my JDK, so I'm going to write a tester program. I want to do everyone's favorite, hello world. Now, for the sake of this training, I'm going to assume whoever's watching this has some basic knowledge of Java syntax. So I'm going to create a new program. Just because this is for testing, I'll go ahead and just put it into my install folder. So I just browsed over to my Java install folder on the left here. I'm going to go File, New, Java, and I will get to work. Now, the fact that it is highlighting some keywords for us does tell us that it does indeed recognize the syntax, so that's good. Never type when I'm recording. Okay, so I am going to save it. File, save as. It automatically puts it as Hello World Java, so that is good news for me. Going to expand my console window so I can see my messages. I will hit compile, and my compiler is indeed running, and it did go without errors. So if I hit the run button, it does indeed print out Hello World. And just for the sake of making sure that it catches errors, I mean, I know that it's going to, I just misspell the word print line and compile it. And it does indeed catch the error for me. So this means now that our jGRASP is properly connected to the JDK. Okay, and now that I know that I can run Java programs on this installation of jGRASP, now I want to make sure that my debugger will actually work. So I'm going to go back into the settings menu. This time I'm going down to jGRASP Startup Settings. Java executable for running jGRASP. We are going to browse it. And this will be very similar to last time. So I'm going to navigate into my install folder. Install, go into the JDK. This time we will click into the bin folder. And we want java.exe. Now the exe is not showing up, but we have application. So I'm going to click that, open, hit OK. And for this one, it does make you restart. Now, when you click OK on that pop-up, it doesn't actually restart. So I'm just going to X out, go back in through my shortcut. I'll just run my program once more. It still works. And then to the right of it, I have the debug button. And I do indeed see connected to debugger. Now, if I want to go a little bit more fancy with it, I can add a stop point to the one line that actually runs. That is line number 3. So I'll come to the left of the 3 on my line numbers, just click to put a stop point, and I hit the debug again. Now, instead of just printing out hello world down here, it does pause and shows me, okay, the program is on this line right now. And then I'll just go ahead and click to stop. Now here, there's nothing else to do, so the program is going to be done. But just the fact that that worked, again, just looking for the language connected to debugger, tells us that our debugger is good to go. And that concludes the Java jGRASP setup. Thank you for watching.